Alright, me again. While I'm waiting for my potato to bake in the oven, my Japanese sweet potato, I decided to make some cabbage. I was watching a couple of videos out there and they had a couple of ones that were interesting, but for one, I needed an onion and an apple to go with this red cabbage, and I don't have any apples, so I think I'm going to try. I got a couple of firm pears here, pretty firm. I don't know, this is actually feeling a little soft now, but this is a pretty firm pear, so maybe I'll go with a pear, a fruit. Another fruit actually as an option. So I got my red cabbage, got an onion I'm going to throw together. And I guess I'm going to go with this pear. I'm going to mix it together here. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt, some pepper, and what else do I have? I got a little bit of butter. And I might just throw some chicken broth in there as well. One memento, chicken broth. And my potato. I'm trying to avoid meat for a few days. See where that can get me. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this up with my almost not sharp knife. Got my garbage can on the side to dump my stuff off with. Take off the first couple of layers of this red cabbage. It's kind of small, so may not take off that much. Actually, those leaves don't look bad at all. So I'll still take off the outer layer. That's what everybody else on the internet does. So I'm gonna take that off, and I guess I'm gonna slice this puppy in half some kind of way. We'll see how sharp this knife is. I'll just take a chunk off, and then I'll slice the other bit differently. I think they cut the stalk off too a little bit. It's not that much of that. Take that out, toss it, and I'm gonna start slicing it up. See, most people do it thinly. I guess I'm gonna do it the same way. But at this particular point, I probably should have started cutting my onions up first, because I want to saute those boys and not slice my fingers at the same time. So turn this around a little bit, slice this other side. And I'm gonna get me a bowl and just put my cabbage up in there, because I wanna get those onions and, well, not apples, but pears going first. So I'm gonna pause, grab a bowl. Do I have a bowl? I use my other bowls for cutting up watermelon this morning, so I'll use a pot for this to get this out of the way for the moment. I'm improvising, overcoming and adapting. Slice a little bit more. Try not to slice my fingers off. Slice. Slice it up, slice it up. And so like I was saying, I'm trying to lay off the meat a little bit. I'm trying to clear myself, cleanse myself. I actually did a 3-day fast a couple of weeks ago and went back to a lot of the crappy food that I've been eating. So I'm trying to do something a little different. Not saying meat is the devil, but I'm just trying to lay off of it for a little bit and try to put some more live food into my system. And I think my system will thank me for it. So I'm gonna slice this up. I guess I'm gonna do it in halves. Cut this middle part out. Could be a better way to slice this, but hey, I don't eat red cabbage a lot. So I'm going to just go this way. There's gonna be some different kind of slices. Different kind of angles. Looks like brain matter almost, as far as the ridges of the cabbage. Some might say maybe it's brain food. I'm gonna keep my fingers again, so I'm gonna rotate, get you out of the way. And I'm gonna just go down ever so slightly. Keep my digits so that I can type and make an income and eat. All right, so I got those out of the way. That's my cabbage. I'm gonna park you out of the way, start the show. I got an onion. I'm gonna cut this up too. I wish I could do this all in like a 5-minute video. Where I'm at, 4:51. Not bad. All right, throw the yucky stuff away for the onion. I'm gonna peel this outside stuff. I'm actually making it look easy for myself. Cut that off. Peel out the outer layers of this onion. Sometimes they get stuck like glue, but at the same time, I don't like that. The texture of the ones, if you don't get them off, I guess that's cool. Same thing over here. I'm gonna wash my board real quick. One momento. Back with a little cleaner board. All right, I'm gonna find another bowl for my apple replacement. So, get these pears. I get the onions sliced up, if you can see that. I got a worn looking cutting board. I wanna get a new one. Because sometimes when I cut fruit on this puppy, it tastes like onions, and I don't know why. So I need to get another cutting board. This plastic looky one has been trusty for years. Guess I'm gonna just pop you straight in there, actually. Slice it at an angle a little bit. And I'm gonna just pop y'all's in there. Like so. The other half, same thing. Slice it. And I like onions. I like all kinds of onions. As a matter of fact, let me remember to take my mushrooms out because I wanted to throw some mushrooms in this mix as well, which I completely forgot about until just now. So I'm spin around, grab my mushrooms out of the refrigerator before I forget. Again, mushrooms. Oh, I had some mushrooms. Mushrooms. Oh, I know what mushrooms are. They're here. Anything else I need? Mushrooms. So actually, let's put these in with these. I'm going to saute them. Rinse them off a little bit first. Mushrooms. Rinsing off my mushrooms. Should have put these in a colander because they're going down the sink. There we go. Making all this noise, this will serve the purpose. So come back here, little mushroom. So, got my mushrooms. Those look good, actually. You can see those. Look good. Foil out of the way my butter is hiding. Making all kinds of spaces and messes. All right, bam. So these onions, we're gonna toss them in here. I probably should put my butter in there first, but it's all to the good. Slice you up. I don't like these in pieces sometimes. It's all to the good. It's going to be a family affair once they get warmed up. So we'll start this off with the butter. Just pop it in there. Start with about that much. Where is my paper towel? Make sure nothing's on fire. So, kick this puppy off. Start this bad boy up. It wants to start for me. Alright. I don't like that little clicking thing all the time. Always reminds me of Tick Tick Boom in so many movies I've seen and stuff on TV. I'm going to use a little bit of this seasoning, this mixed up salt. Jane's Crazy salt. Jane's Crazy mixed up salt. I never really read it. I always thought it was mixed up Jane's, but it's actually Jane's Crazy mixed up salt. I put this dish on a lot of stuff. Not advocating it, but hey, it's what I like, what I use, and some chicken broth, just anybody's chicken broth. So, heating this stuff up, seasoning it. a little bit in the beginning. A little bit of that. Throw a little bit of black pepper on that. And I guess I'll slice up my apple alternative. And also just to test the texture of it. If it's too soft, I'm probably not going to use it. Pear. It's pretty. It's a pretty firm pear. So, let's try it out. Try some pear slices. This is a firm pear. We might be able to get away with something here. Pear slices in lieu of the apple. Alright, we don't want any of that coarse stuff, so none of that hardcore pear stuff. Curious about this other one. This is actually kind of soft, like I said before, so I won't do anything with that. Mix this stuff up a little bit. Actually getting ready to dump my pears in there, but I want to start the onions off first. Man, it looks good. Onions in the butter. You see that? Onions, butter. And the star of the show, the cabbage. I ain't forgot about you. I'm gonna get to you too. But I'm gonna start it off with these ingredients. I thought I saw an onion fly out. Get it saturated in there. I could probably almost eat onions and mushrooms by themselves. I like them both a lot. Alright, mix it up, mix it up. And I'll probably have to truncate this video a little bit, because these are the boring parts. I'd be like, just show me the finished product. But then again, I would probably like listening to some of my charming conversation as well. So I ain't mad. I'd sit back and just watch it. So I got everything saturated on here. In the butt, I'm going to lower this down a little bit, because it's on high. It's on high. Alright, so it's starting to soften up a little bit, and I'm going to throw these pears up in here. Or should I go with the, I'm going to go with the mushrooms. I'm going to try to cook the pears the least, I suppose. Because even though they're firm, it is still a soft fruit in general, I guess. I'm going to throw the mushrooms in there. Bam. Mushrooms. I actually like cleaning stuff, washing stuff as I go in the kitchen, so I'll get right back. Wash my stuff off, try to dry it, put it back up as I cook. Helps me out, keeps the kitchen looking a little better, maybe. Just maybe. Try to save on my paper towel. Hand dry it. Where is my utensil? Okay. Stirring it up, stirring it up. Onions are starting to look translucent. I don't know how would I spell translucent. Translucent. There'll be an SC in there somewhere, I don't know. I know how to say it though, translucent. My onions are becoming translucent. And since I added those mushrooms, I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning, just a little bit more crazy Jane's crazy. I have to say Jane's crazy, like Jane is crazy. All right, Jane's crazy. Salt. A mixed up salt. Starting to look good, I'm telling you. A part of me wants to put some chicken in there and just go at it, make a hibachi something out of it, but I'm gonna try to lay off the meat for the weekend. For the weekend, I'm gonna try. Although it's hard, I got meat all around me. It's hard. But this smells good. Minimal processed stuff, that's what I'm trying to do. Even though I'm cooking it, that's a process in and of itself, but in terms of packaging and all that, I'm trying to reduce a little bit of that. And I can tell I'm gonna want some more butter. Still got my chicken broth, but I'm gonna want some more of this. Salted sweet cream butter. I don't remember anybody calling for any of those ingredients, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. So that's what I use for my butter. Sweet cream. Sounds good. Sounds like something you put on a cornbread muffin or something like that. All right, these apples are waiting, but I'm gonna just throw a little bit more butter lubrication in there. Butter lubrication. Don't know if I've ever said that before. Slice these puppies up individually. It's probably a good thing that I did it at the time that I'm doing, because I can feel the pear starting to soften up a little bit. So good idea, like I said, to throw them in there on the late end after everybody else is almost done. All right, almost there. Before these pears start to oxidize, I'm starting to see that too. So, yeah, we'll make the pears the last thing in case I use them again. Note to self: cut the pear last. The risk of oxidation. Let me see what they taste like actually. It's a good pear. That's what she said. Let me see. My pear tastes like, I was going to say freaking onion. My pears taste like onion. I wonder why. All right, well, that's a good pear onion or punion. I can taste the rest. Those are some strong onions. I think those are yellow onions. They're definitely strong. At least from the cutting board. Alright, so I'm stirring it up, stirring it up, stirring it up. I forgot about the cabbage. That's what we're looking like. Ain't forgot about the cabbage. Mixing it. I got about 26 minutes left on the making a Japanese baked potato in the oven. First time buying it, first time trying it, as far as I can recollect. And just leave that pear alone. That was a big chunky pear. A couple pieces of it. Breaking it down. Not looking bad. Not looking bad. So I'm guessing a lot of this is just off the top of the dome. I'm gonna throw a little bit of broth in there once I put my cabbage in here. Guessing that should be cool. Again, with the pear, it's gonna break down because I'm gonna be cooking this stuff as well. So I'm gonna start this off now. And looking at that, I'm just gonna start off with a little bit more broth, just to get her started. Slowing down in terms of the heat. Yeah. It's been years since I've actually made some cabbage, so that's why I'm acting brand new, because I almost am brand new at it. Whenever I gotta look up YouTube videos on how to cook it, or unless I'm just looking to do something different with it, but don't know how many different ways you can do cabbage. I guess I can make cabbage with bacon, caramelized. I could put cheese on it and put it on a bun. That would be delicious, probably. All right, so got that there. I'm gonna cover this puppy up a little bit. And I'm actually gonna turn the heat up a little bit so I can get her going. And then when she starts cooking, I'm gonna reduce her a little bit, start stirring it up, and go from there. More things to clean. You know what I mean? One momento. Tell me a joke or something while I'm watching this out. A funny one. That's not that funny actually, because I can't hear anybody talking. I would tell some, but I don't have any. Oh man. And they might not be funny anyway. I do recycle, if anybody's wondering. Old peanut butter jars too, they get yucky and they smell kind of super bad when you start washing them off and you put hot water in them and the label starts to fall off. It comes off pretty easily when you put hot water in there. I bet you if I was desperate, I'd drink this shit. Oh man, I bet you I would. Some peanut butter water. Peanut butter water. I know somebody's done something with it. Instead of throwing away the peanut butter. Now I'm actually curious if somebody actually went on a fast or something like that and they, tried to not eat any food and just the peanut butter juice from the container. I bet you get some nutrients off that. I bet you. All right, let me see if I can start stirring a little bit. I hear some boiling. Some boiling going on. See all my other ingredients on the bottom. Move it around a little bit. Not much has happened since I last took the cover off, but I'm still moving it a little bit. Lubing it up thoroughly so it'll cook more evenly and quickly, I'm assuming. Assuming that's how that goes. Also just checking the lubrication, make sure I got enough broth in there. Which I'll probably add a little more. I might not need to, but sometimes I get broth happy. We're afraid to let some food dry out. We probably just need to chew more. But we like our moistness. All right, I'm just lathering it on. And I'm gonna throw another little block of butter. I like butter. I do like butter. And I think it helps carry the seasoning, the flavors a little bit. I'm gonna just throw a dab of it on there. Park that bad boy. And let me check on my baked potato, see where we are. See if I got a toothpick. I'll just use a knife. It's a big ass potato. Looks like a leg or something. A leg of lamb or something. Pop it here. And I'm just going to see. Heck no. About another day. It's like a brick. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. It says I got 20 minutes left. I'm about 40 minutes into it. So yeah, maybe I'll up it's at 375 now. So yeah, maybe I'll leave it where it is. And just wait. I'm gonna push the time back a little bit more. Another 15 minutes. just to see what that looks like. All right, so in the meantime, and in between time, I'll wipe this stuff up. Maybe I'll cut a cantaloupe. I'll be cutting fruits and vegetables a lot today. I was gonna say all day, but a lot today. Cut up some watermelon and some, I got some mango that I wanted to cut up, but it wasn't quite ripe yet. So watermelon, which was a lot by itself. Bananas. Made a smoothie. It was good. But I was fiending for some sugar, so I had to modify my smoothie and put some peanut butter in there to add my sweetness. So once I did that, that's what I was missing. I normally used to put my peanut butter in my smoothie, something like a apple, maybe bananas more often than apples, but bananas, peanut butter, maybe some kind of oatmeal type mix to help with the texture, and then the peanut butter. Throw the peanut butter on there. Love my peanut butter. But at the same time, I know if I do too much of that, that's still trying to watch a lot of stuff. I think we all should be trying to watch a lot of stuff. So stuff is good, and they say moderation, but moderation is kind of hard when you have all these things being advertised to you and stuff like that, the Cokes and Pops and all that carbonated stuff, which is good tasting. Put my pear back out of the way since I don't need it right now. All right. So right now, it's starting to bubble, so let me turn this down a little bit. You know, we got our temps up. Look at that. Can you see that? My purple cabbage. At this point, I'm gonna just leave the top off and just stir it up some more, let it do its thing. I think it's good on the lubrication, so yeah, we're good, we're good. We're cooking with juice or oil or water or something, cooking with cabbage. Now I'm trying to see what else I could put in here that would add to it. Let me see, I got the mushrooms, I got the onions, can't even see the apples anymore, so I got the, not apples, got the pears in there. What else can I mix in here? Let me see, did somebody on the internet say, I can't remember, some other type of seasoning. And I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll try some of that, but now I can't remember. So I'll throw a little bit of pepper on there, which I haven't done yet. And of course, whenever you do the pepper over hot food, it clogs up the whatever device or apparatus you're using, especially if you use those plastic ones. I always forget when I dump it over there and it gets all clogged up and messed up forever. I've done that numerous times. All right, stirring it up, stirring it up. And again, I feel like just based on habit, like I should put some beef in there, some type of soft, moist beef, some meat or something like that, that would just fall apart in your mouth as well. I think that would, that would be good too. I guess I'm just feeding at the same time, or I'm just used to having meat with my meals. But I do find that when I start eating stuff like this, like earlier today, I was eating some lettuce, just plain lettuce. It was some mixed lettuce that came in a little plastic container. But I had a bowl of that salad. I guess you call it salad. I had a bowl of that mixed salad with no dressing, just the salad and a cup, some strawberries, and put that in there as well, and had some blueberries with that. And of course, it's boring as hell compared to what I'm normally eating, but I found that I got full off that. And when you eat shit like that by itself, you actually do taste the flavors of that strong-ass kale or whatever some of the mixed leaves were that I was eating. But I think that, you know, it's a natural taste. I didn't have to add anything to it. So that's what I'm also trying to reintroduce, how food actually tastes when it's minimally manipulated. How I like that, minimally manipulated. Try saying that twice or once. So, yeah, so like I said, I'm thinking about the meats because I'm used to having the meats, but I think that something like this by itself might be a meal in and of itself. But I still think I'm missing some other veggie that I could pop in there. I got some garlic. I guess I could put some garlic in there. Some fresh garlic I do have, which, yeah, maybe I'll do that. A couple of garlic cloves. Might be too late in the game for it, but nah, never too late for garlic. Got your garlic. Got your garlic right here. Your garlic. Can you see the garlic? Garlic. Alright. Throw some garlic to the mix. I guess I'm gonna slice it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna slice it. That's when I need that whatchamajigget again. And now I think I will turn the temp down because I do have this up a little bit. Alright, got me a piece of garlic. Try to take all that skin off. Both sides. Maybe a clove or two I'm gonna throw up in there. We're cool. I like garlic. I like it. And I like my fingers as well. So let me get my flat surface going on, make sure I'm secure. Get this out of my way because I felt it moving. And I ain't got time for that. I guess I could do it some other kind of way, like bam, 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 but I don't know how to do all that fancy stuff yet. Anyway, that should be good enough. So, throw it up in there. Garlic. Garlic. Bam, bam. Like I said, I'm gonna throw a couple more up in there. Because I like my garlics. Take the skin off. Best I can. Alright, I got chunky garlic making it cutting it up. Same thing, okay. Now we got some of the skin coming off. Alright, garlic. One more garlic. One more garlic, I say yes. Wow, this stuff is cooking pretty decently. Let me stir it up a little bit. See those big pear slices from some of the ones, or no, they could be actually cabbage. Alright, so see it starting to congeal a little bit. Those juices are starting to go away. But this is a nice texture. I'd still prefer for it to water down a little bit more, but not be dry actually. So this could be close to how I want it. Could be close. But I still want some more garlic. Alright, get that stuff off. It's like chewing shrimp scales sometimes when you get these little pieces of garlic that don't escape your meal. You gotta know where to garlic. Alright, bam, more garlic. Just cut it. You need to cut it. Alright, we should be good. That's all my garlic. Save you for another time. Another day. Rinse this stuff off. Rinse this stuff off. So I don't have to come back to it. Or I might need to use it again, who knows? And I swear I'm a paper towelaholic. I go through like a roll a day, it seems like. Alright. Stirring. Breaking that down. And I guess it looks like it's almost done. I mean, I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait for the cabbage to be super soft or anything like that, but I'm thinking this is a good texture. That's what I'm thinking. So I would probably say this is almost done. Let's now give it a taste test. My meatless cabbage. Yeah, that looks like it's about done. Trying to break down some of those larger chunks of cabbage, stem-looking pieces. This is looking good. And actually, I like breaking mine down. I like my food kind of almost pre-chopped for me, so I don't have to fight with it. Mix everything in, all the ingredients as best I can. That's a big piece of cabbage. Come out of there. You're fighting with me. All right, about to get a spoon or a fork. See what I'm working with. Those mushrooms look good. All looks good. Just get a utensil. Try it out. Fork, preferably. While it's still cooking. Come on. Just give me a little bit. I want a mushroom too, actually. A mushroom too. And I don't want to burn my mouth or tongue or anything, actually. Need some more seasoning. A little bit more. The mushroom is actually good though. I'm gonna actually get some salt. Oh man. Some of this Himalayan salt. Throw a little bit of that on there. I bet you that did it. I bet you. It looked like it did it. It wasn't too far away. But that was the purposeful seasoning. A lot of times you're guessing when you're throwing it on there just based on what you think it needs. And I guess ultimately you really don't know until you taste it. And you modify afterwards. Unless you do have a specific recipe that's been truly tried and true, using the same amount of ingredients all the time. I guess that's cool, but I ain't there yet. I don't eat cabbage a lot like that. But I might be. Let's try it again. Can I get another piece of mushroom? Everything's breaking up. Like my favorite bands of the 80s. All right, so nice big piece. You see that that's hot too. Check it out. That's good. I would do it. I would still like some meat with some fish with it. But that's good. Cayenne. A little splash of cayenne pepper. I like from time to time. And that might be it right there. That might be my three-pointer. Like I'm a basketball fan. All right, my cayenne pepper. Made some sweet potato fries the other day with salt, pepper, and cayenne pepper. And took me a few batches to get it right. But when I did, it was actually pretty good. Some regular sweet potatoes, not like the Japanese one that I'm making right now, or cooking right now. But yeah, those are pretty good. Sweet potatoes from scratch. But I did burn the bag up. I had some frozen ones I tried the other day too. But I burned that first batch up big time. It was scarred, but I was still eating a couple of them. But then I came back, tried it again with the other half of the bag, and they were still, it cooked better, but I didn't realize that I probably should have put some seasoning on it myself after the fact. Because it was cooked good, but the seasoning was kind of mild. And the ones that I made from scratch tasted a lot better. So next time I'll apply some of those same seasonings to the frozen ones as well. Stuff's starting to fall down in my kitchen. Putting stuff up at the same time. Oh, man. So based on that, I'm going to turn this off, and I guess I got a done deal here. I will check on my baked Japanese sweet potato in a little bit, And I'll turn this off. Stir it up a little bit more. Come on, don't fall. Got you. And this is what I got. Finished product. Bam, right there. Red cabbage, mushrooms, pears, and onions with some salt. Jane's Crazy mixed up salt and a little bit of pepper. And there you have it. Now I'm going to grab me a bowl and indulge. Peace out.